wife for seafood dinner at Joe's Crab Shack. And it was all fun and seafood until I had to go to the restroom and take a big dump. I walked into that son of a gun. No toilet paper. Don't you hate when that happens? I walk out of there. I'm on a mission. I go to the first daggone person with a Joe's Crab Shack shirt on, and I said, I yell it really loud, you need toilet paper in the bathroom. He says, go up to the hostess. I go up to the hostess. I shit you not. Dave Summers can back me up on it. The hostess, little girl, probably 17, 18, looked you right in the eye, says, men's or women's restroom. I was so pissed off. I went into that daggone restroom. I said, I don't give a crap. And I used paper towels to wipe my ass purposely. Brought those commodes, and I hope they have to shut that place down for a day, for I have toilet paper. But anyway, the point of the story is it chafed my ass, and I did not leave that place pleasantly. And,
so hold on.
I think it was karma.
We need to hold on here. We got to back up a little bit here. All right, you're speeding through the construction zone at like 75 right now. We got to slow it down. 45 when workers are present. Now, the first important question is did you realize it was out of toilet paper before or after you took your dump?
Before I took my dump, which is why I was so ticked off. So when I went out there, because I was holding in a daggone Browns football.
Right. So you're waddling around, thumbing it, right? You're thumbing it so there's no accidents, searching for paper. Well,
I was strutting. You know, when I perfected, being a fat guy, I perfected, being able to hold in my poo with just a little longer and have a strut to it, But women don't like it, so I don't know why I do it. But anyway, moving on.
All right.
But anyway.
So you use paper towels, and so you know what? My first concern is you are okay with using a public restroom.
I had no choice, man. Okay. I was fine. Life was good. I felt like $1 million. I felt like I was 50 pounds again, like I was when I was 2. And I ate that shrimp, and I ate those whatever the heck I ate, and everybody and their mothers gave me their hush puppies. I bet I walked out of that place with 1,000 hush puppies. And I think those hush puppies they said, Randall, you're not leaving this damn place without using the restroom. And believe me, and you got to remember I'm a truck driver, and sickening as it may be, sometimes I'm forced to use the public restroom.
Do you realize how many germs and bacteria
I know.
And other bums that have, and bums, I mean butts, not like homeless people, but that have been on them seats? No toilet paper. That should have been a clue.
Half a roll of toilet paper just to cover the seat. Believe me, I am not... Barack Obama and his environmentalists hated me because of the amount of toilet paper I used to cover the toilet seats.
I would have to imagine, now knowing how, because I am a hand washer, so knowing the quality of paper towels in most establishments, my guess is a dry, rough paper towel, I'm guessing there was matter left behind, and maybe that's why you chafed a bit.
Well, what happened was I went in there after I decided to sabotage the place because I have a toilet paper. I just went, those paper towels, the electronic machine that you wave your hand under it, they're very annoying.
They didn't have one of those blowers, where you could have just maybe, just kind of ass up, face down, up into the blower.
You bet me, Rick. I'm 300 pounds. I could barely stand up straight, let alone get on my 2 hands, stick my ass in my giant wiener, and I do have a giant wiener. I have 3 references that can confirm that. But anyway, I can't balance myself up there, so that's a no-no.
Enough with your restroom hygiene. All right. So accident. So how did the accident happen? Was it due to?
So I think
Go ahead.
that when I left there, all those employees said, I hope something bad happened to that guy. Well, I don't think it said that. I do think it was karma, though, for getting all mad about all that. And I'm driving down the road, heading back to Ohio, the greatest state in the country, and home of tacos. And I was cruising along, and all of a sudden I hit a big old gash of water in the roadway. It's a little dip in the roadway. I hit it in a hydroplane, and the next thing I know, I'm up in the air, and I'm slung into a concrete barrier. It's scary. I don't even remember that little part. And the next thing I know, I lost my glasses. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm being dead serious. And lost my glasses, and I'm trying to find my glasses. I'm stalled out in the middle of the roadway there. And I get out, and I'm trying to start my car, but start, I get out, and I see why. The whole front end's pretty much obliterated. And there I am walking the interstate there. But luckily, it was about 4 a.m. The police came and towed me away, and I sat in the sheriff's office for about 6 hours waiting on Cruising Dave to pick me up, because he's one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet.
Well, I'll agree with you on that, but I got to ask, were you there for 6 hours because you were waiting on Cruising Dave, or because, like, they had to wait for you to sober up before they'd release you?
Well, you know what? Lucky me, if Dave could back me up on this, I did not drink a lick Sunday night or last night, and which is a blessing, because normally I would say, fuck it, we're young. Oh, I shouldn't cuss on the show, I'm sorry. Screw it, we're young, let's drink. But for some reason, I didn't drink last night, and thankfully I didn't, because I left at like 3:30 in the morning. It probably would have still been in my system. But thankfully, it wasn't. And, but no alcohol in my system.
I only asked because I did catch the fact that you said it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, who the hell is out cruising around at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I was heading home,
Drunks, I mean, typically 4 o'clock in the morning, Randall, it's drunks and rapists. You know what I mean? There's nothing good happening at 4 in the morning. Trust me.
I'm not a rapist because women love me, and I'm not a drunk because, well, I guess I am, but I don't drink and drive. I lost a friend in high school. He was in a car with a drunk driver, so I'm very sensitive about that kind of thing. I would never put anybody in danger in a car with alcohol with me. Just do it.
So the car's totaled and you walked away. No scratches, no bruises, no bumps, nothing.
Nope. The seatbelt gave me a little bruise, and the airbag it nicked my hinge a little bit, and it got me in the face. And that's what she said. But other than that,
what's that like when the airbag goes off? Is that?
It was, well, I didn't really know it happened until I felt it all just happened really fast, man. I don't know how to explain it. I felt something hit me, but I didn't realize that they went off. It felt like my car was on fire. It was the airbags, and the airbags explode. They make a burning noise. Have you ever watched Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights?
Yes.
And you know that scene where he thought his car was on fire and he gets out and starts running around his underwear?
Yes, please tell me you did that, please.
I felt that smoke from the airbags. I was about ready to do that.
I don't mean to laugh because I am glad you're okay. I mean, but that just goes to show you, I mean, being a giant marshmallow, it kind of worked in your favor.
I guess it did. I don't have no idea. It's something. I've seen people die in crashes, Again, I'm being dead serious, I have a brother that's been in, firefighter most of his life. I got friends that are EMTs. I've seen and heard of people in a lot less serious of an accident and lose their life, And I got a buddy of mine, one of my best friends. He barely nicked his car. Somebody hit him. And he's all screwed up, and he can't work or anything, and he's a delivery driver, so he ain't got much money. And here I am. completely obliterate my car and I walk away. I mean, it just makes you wonder. I don't know if just my car's safety has a big. I don't know if my car's just safer than most cars or what. But how I walked away from it with hardly anything wrong with me, I'll never understand it, Rick.
Well, listen, dude, I'm glad to hear that you did. It would be this would be a lot more somber show if I was doing your eulogy right now instead of joking around with you about this. So,
well, I know it'd be an awesome eulogy, and I wouldn't want anybody else doing a eulogy other than you. So,
all right.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your show, man. Thank you for giving me some time here.
Well, thanks for calling in and sharing the details. And again, man, we're glad.
I'm sorry to disappoint you that my boobs weren't out or anything.
Hey, I thought sure.
I was trying to figure out a way to work that into, but I just can't lie to you.
You ever see those movies or commercials where the hound dog? They got the hound dogs with the real long ears, with their heads hanging out the windows, and their ears are flapping around like kites. That's what I pictured.
Yeah.
I pictured your boobs flapping around out the window, some trucker going and then it just all hell broke loose from there.
Well, I say if I had a story like that, I'd still be sitting in the sheriff's office. So, Dave Summers would be down there trying to bail me out for public nudity. So we don't need none of that,
Right. All right, Randall, you stay safe, man, and keep us posted.
Yep, have a good one, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care, buddy.
Down your window, it might ease your mind. I'm driving slow, the moon is on the rise. 3 more hours until it's time to make the highway mine. You know it gets so lonely out between those white lines. Drink your whiskey, smoke your cigarettes. I got the wheel, no need to worry, yeah. We hit the border, oh, my baby should be feeling fine. She got a pocket full of habits, and they're all just as bad as mine. Mountains, don't you see the sky? A little while longer, we're gonna cross the great divide. We're friends and lovers, oh, they gracefully collide. You know it gets so lonely, but you ain't right here by my side. Roll down your window, it might ease your mind. I'm driving slow, the moon is on the rise. 3 more hours until I make the highway mine.